How did you know that? Ruth's eyes widened, her cheeks flushing red. More than just embarrassed, she was utterly shocked. She never expected someone to be so accurate. Headaches, menstrual issues, even her recent diarrhea. He saw right through it all. Was he really this good? Or just lucky guesses? Traditional medicine relies on observation, listening, inquiry, and pulse diagnosis. Just the observation alone is enough to see the clues. Dustin spoke calmly. Ruth, well? You believe him now, don't you? Natasha smiled slightly, a breath of relief in her heart. This showed that the man truly had some skill. Humph! He just got lucky, like a blind cat stumbling on a dead mouse. What's so impressive about that? Ruth remained unconvinced. Mr. Dustin, don't mind her. This girl just has a sharp tongue. Natasha apologized. It's fine. Let's treat the patient first. Dustin replied casually. He walked over to the old man, examined him carefully, and quickly understood the situation. It was obvious. Mr. Harmon had been poisoned. And not just any ordinary poison. Luckily, they found it in time. He could still be saved. But if they'd waited another 2 days, he would have been beyond help. Miss Natasha, could you get me a set of silver needles? Dustin asked. No problem. With a gesture from Natasha, one of the bodyguards quickly left and returned in under 5 minutes with a case of silver needles. Thank you. Dustin nodded and then unbuttoned Mr. Harmon's shirt. He pressed lightly on the old man's abdomen with his index and middle fingers to confirm something, then began inserting the silver needles one by one. His movements were light but swift and precise. Each needle was like a dragonfly skimming the water, barely touching and then retreating. A normal person wouldn't even feel pain. What impressive needlework! Natasha was inwardly astonished. Though she didn't know much about medicine, she had met several well-known healers in the country. Even those seasoned masters didn't display such ease and precision in acupuncture. This wasn't just talent, it took years of tireless practice. She couldn't help but grow curious about Dustin's identity. Phew! After inserting 16 needles, Dustin let out a long breath. It had been a while since he last used silver needles, but it still felt natural to him. Hey! That's it! Nothing even changed! Ruth asked skeptically. Your grandfather has a source of poison in his body. It's not so easily removed. You'll see noticeable effects in 2 hours. But be warned, don't touch the needles during that time. If they're removed, the consequences will be severe, Dustin warned. TCH. How do we know you're not just bluffing? Ruth rolled her eyes. Ruth! Natasha gave her a sharp glare. I'm going to the restroom. Stay here and keep an eye on him. After giving her instructions, Dustin left the ward. But he had barely stepped out when a group of doctors in white coats stormed in. These were all top professionals from the hospital, led by a balding middle-aged man. Hey! Who are you guys? Ruth crossed her arms. My name is Zhang. I'm the hospital's administrative director and also a medical school professor. I was sent here on the hospital director's orders to treat Mr. Harmon. The balding man introduced himself. Oh, you're the Professor Zhang? The one hailed as the top doctor in Swinton? Ruth's eyes lit up. Top might be too much, but top 3? Absolutely, Professor Zhang said proudly. Perfect timing, Professor! Please take a look at my grandfather. Ruth immediately stepped aside. Compared to Dustin, a young unknown, she naturally trusted a seasoned medical expert more. Let me take a look first. Professor Zhang stepped up to the bed, but as soon as he saw the silver needles, his face darkened. Who did this acupuncture? It's complete nonsense. With that, he moved to pull the needles out. Wait! Natasha quickly stopped him. What's the matter? Professor Zhang frowned. I've already asked someone to treat him. The doctor said Mr. Harmon was poisoned, and the needles must stay in place for now, or there could be danger. Natasha explained. Nonsense! Professor Zhang snorted. If a few silver needles could cure poisoning, why would we need modern medicine at all? Exactly! Ruth chimed in. Sis, that guy's only in his 20s. How capable can he be? You're not actually buying into his act, are you? Then how do you explain how he diagnosed your headache and diarrhea at a glance? Natasha countered. He was just guessing. Ruth stayed stubborn. Miss Natasha, Swinton's best doctors are all here in this hospital. I don't know who you called, but from what I see, he's just pretending to be something he's not. Are you saying our expert medical team can't compare to some back alley quack? I know you're worried about Mr. Harmon's condition, but please don't let desperation cloud your judgment, or you might make things worse. Professor John said sternly. That's right. Our director John has saved countless critical patients. With him here, Mr. Harmon will be fine. The other doctors echoed confidently. Faced with such certainty, Natasha started to waver. Still, she insisted. Let's wait for Mr. Dustin to come back before doing anything. Sis! Wait for what? That guy probably ran off already, Ruth said impatiently. Miss, I'm very busy. I don't have time to waste here. Let me be clear, if anything happens to Mr. Harmon, I'll take full responsibility, Professor Zhang declared, then pulled out all the needles. But the moment the silver needles were removed, everything changed. Mr. Harmon, who had been stable, suddenly began convulsing. His face turned black, and blood started seeping from his mouth and nose. The machines on either side of the bed began blaring with piercing alarms. Huh! What's going on? Professor Zhang was startled, clearly not expecting the situation to deteriorate this fast. Professor Zhang! What's happening? Natasha frowned. Strange, he was stable just a moment ago. John looked uneasy. Director! The patient's critical. We need emergency intervention, a doctor shouted. Quick! Start emergency procedures. Zhang ordered frantically, but after a round of resuscitation, not only did Mr. Harmon not improve, his vital signs were plummeting. Nothing they did seemed to help. Now, Zhang was starting to panic, sweat pouring down his face. Miss Natasha! Mr. Harmon, he's not going to make it. What? The two sisters were completely stunned.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care, now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace, but now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my heart